Hi, my name's Christiana Gaudet, and I'm here today with a video review of this great new tarot book. This is The Soul's Journey, Finding Spiritual Messages in the Tarot by James Ricklef. Now, I was lucky enough to be able to read an advance review copy of this book, and I actually wrote a little blurb that ended up in the beginning of the book. What I said about it when I first read it was this. With this essential guide, tarot earns its place at the grown-up table of spiritual thought. Ricklef effortlessly distills the wisdom of the universe and shares it with us. Now that I have the finished product in my hands, I have to say, all of that is true and more. Now, this book is available as a downloadable version, an e-version, and as a print version. I got to tell you, I love my Kindle, but I'm really happy to have this book because look at it. It's really substantial. It's well made. It feels good in your hands. And there is just something about having a big, yummy tarot book. So, what's in the book? Here's what we've got. First of all, we've got a really great foreword. And the foreword is by Katrina Wynne. Then we have an introduction. And you know, the thing is, James Ricklef writes about some really heavy, heady, meaty spiritual concepts, but he does it in this very effortless way with this voice that is so easy to read and so easy to understand and so personal. The first thing, why did I write this book? And as soon as we get into reading it, we understand that even though there's a lot here, we're really going to be able to delve into it and understand it. Not only is Ricklef's writing style very effortless, he makes it effortless for us to read. Then he talks about how did I write this book, and then, and this is the part I love, how might you use this book? And, you know, this is not your average tarot book. Can a tarot beginner read this and understand it? Absolutely. But so can the advanced tarot reader, and get this, so can a person who doesn't even have a tarot deck. This is a book of spiritual wisdom in its own right. And one of the ways that he suggests we use it is in bibliomancy. Because the majority of this book is Ricklef's treatment of each card, each of the 78 cards. How does he treat the 78 cards? He brings in spiritual wisdom from all over the world, from ancient sacred texts, from modern spiritual writers, and he applies this wisdom to each card. So, let's give it a try. Okay, what is bibliomancy? Of course, it was once called Bible dipping when done with the Holy Bible, where you can think of a question or just meditate, kind of bring yourself to center, open the book, and read what's there as a spiritual message from the universe. So let's give it a try. Okay, here. Okay. The first words that I see are an offering of love. I'm going to look back and see that I'm reading about the Six of Cups. And I'm actually a page and a half in to the Six of Cups. Now, those of you who know me know that the Six of Cups is a hugely special card to me. There was a time when it was coming up for me over and over and over again, and it ended up having a huge bearing in my life. So let's see what I've actually pointed to. The first is an offering of love. And then we have a quote. The very nature of kindness is to spread. If you are kind to others today, they will be kind to you, and tomorrow to somebody else. Now here's what Ricklef has to say. One way to deepen our understanding of a tarot card is to consider it in light of the card that precedes it in its suit. In the case of the Six of Cups, the preceding card, the Five of Cups, is commonly seen as representing loss and grief. One inference we can draw from this sequence is that since everyone has suffered such heartache, they can always use a smile and a kind word to relieve a bit of their pain. As Mother Teresa said, every time you smile at someone, it is an act of love, a gift to that person, a beautiful thing. However, although it is easy to smile at a happy person, it may be harder to smile at someone who looks like a poster child for the Five of Cups, even though they need it the most. So that's my wisdom for the day, and I won't go into it, but it does fit. What else do we have in this book? Well, part 3, let me get there. Okay, part 3, spreads for spiritual readings. So this much of the book is dedicated to talking about the 78 tarot cards. Then we have spreads. He talks about how to do one-card readings, and he talks about how to modify an existing tarot spread to make it more spiritually focused. And then he gives us a number of new spreads, a 4-card spread, a 3-card spread, a few 3- and 4-card spreads, a 5-card spread, a 7-card spread, a couple of 7-card spreads, a 6-card spread, a 10-card spread. So there's lots of spreads to play with here. And then we have a great glossary that really helps us understand what Ricklef means when he says words like divine, ego, evil, judgment, and so forth. And finally, a bibliography that reads like a spiritual must-read list. But here's the secret. If you don't have the time or the energy to read all these books, just read this one, The Soul's Journey by James Ricklef.